Hi everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and today it's going to be another kind of a little odd episode for you here because I'm going to make an admission. I am actually pre-recording this for you because I'm going to be away. You're going to find that the list that I post down below is going to have probably, well, a lot more titles than what I have to show you here, but I wanted to give you something before I take off, and just you'll see, you can fill in the blanks. And also this pile that I have here that I'm going to show you today, normally I kind of keep it in alphabetical order, and it's just not this time. It's just a handful of stuff. We're going to make it short and sweet, but I wanted to start with my pick of the week for you, which is Way's Blood and In the Darkness Hearts Aglow. And this is on Sub Pop, and things like technological agitation, narcissism, fatigue, and the galaxy of isolation. So these are the new norms, keeping Way's Blood. Her name's actually Natalie Maring, but she goes under Way's Blood. But these are the things that keep her up at night, and the themes at the heart of her latest release here. This is a celestial-influenced folk album, and it's her follow-up to the acclaimed Titanic Rising. So while that one was an observation of doom to come, and In the Darkness Hearts Aglow is about being in the thick of it, and it's a search for an escape hatch to liberate us from the algorithms and ideological chaos. So her quote is that we're in a fully functional shit show. Well, hell yeah, we are. So anyway, she says that her heart is like a glow stick that's been cracked open, lighting up her chest in an explosion of earnestness. Okay, so the album opens with this kind of wistful, winsome, it's not just me, it's everybody, a song that's about the kind of interconnectivity of all people and beings. And despite the fraying of the society around us, she was asking herself a lot of questions while writing these songs, and the theme of hyper isolation kept coming up. So she thinks like our culture relies less and less on people, something is off. And even though the feeling appears differently for every individual, it is universal. So there's other tracks that kind of follow in kind with that theme. There's like a lullaby, like a Grapevine, that chronicles the splintering of human connection, and otherworldly kind of dirge called God Turned Me Into a Flower. It serves as kind of an allegory about our collective hubris. The Worst Is Done is an ominous warning set against a deceptively breezy pop melody, and chaos is natural, but so is the tendency for all things to fall in order. So she says. These songs, they may not be like manifestos or solutions, but they shed light on the meaning of our contemporary kind of disillusionment. And what they have here for you is the loser edition, and it says that. You can see on the sticker right there, and it is pressed on translucent purple. So pick of the week, Way's Blood and In the Darkness Hearts Aglow. Beautiful. Second pick for you is the gorgeous Ari Lennox, and this is called Age, Sex, Location. It's through Dreamville Interscope. So anyway, after years of anticipation, Ari Lennox looks to sweep the world of R&B and soul off its feet again with her sophomore outing, Age, Sex, Location, which explores Ari's viewpoint on dating and relationships. So this is a 12-song effort. It features Summer Walker, Lucky Day, and Chloe Bailey, and it's a follow-up to Ari's acclaimed 2019 debut, Shea Butter Baby. From what I understand, Shea Butter Baby, it's a little bit hard to run it down and get a hold of it. So if anybody is interested, we still have about, I think, 5 copies of that. So we do have both at this point. Anyway, this is a stellar entry point for any new fans that are eager to dive into the creative mind of Ari. This is on what they're calling sea blue vinyl, and I have to show you this just because it's so pretty. The color of this sea blue, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let me see if I can get around and show you this in a way that picks up the light like it should. Isn't that pretty? Look at that beautiful blue. So, okay, those are my 2 picks. And now we're just going to go down the list. I've got kind of a variety of genres for you here. And I did pick some Christmas music just because, 'tis the season, right? First up, though, we're going to talk about this Chris Isaak. And this is called Everybody Knows It's Christmas. It's through Sun Records. So celebrate the season with Chris Isaak and his brand new Christmas album, Everybody Knows It's Christmas. The festive record features 8 original songs written by Chris Isaak, including Almost Christmas, which captures the excitement right before the holiday, and his versions of 5 Christmas classics are on here. So the album also features this artwork that's illustrated by Chris himself. I got to tell you, it's not that great. Don't give up your singing career, Chris, to be an artist. I don't know, you guys. I think it looks kind of, childish, but whatever with it. Anyway, they're saying that this LP is pressed on candy floss colored vinyl, whatever that is. I don't know. I always think of candy floss. Isn't that like cotton candy? But anyway, there's nothing on here to indicate that. The sticker just says it's an all new Christmas album with originals and traditional favorites. It is a red sticker, but like I said, there's no indication that this is any color at all, but they're saying it's candy floss, okay? All right, next up, this is a bit of a thing. This is Kylie Minogue, Kylie Christmas. You all know I love Kylie. I think she's terrific. Anyway, this is a reissue. This originally was released in 2015. It's on Rhino Parlophone. It's the 13th studio album, and it was the first Christmas album from Kylie Minogue. It's a confusing package. The first 3 songs are orchestral big band numbers, kind of really delivered with this real joie de vivre, I guess. And it gives up entirely on that genre after those first 3 songs and kind of fires off random collaboration ideas that kind of border on strange. There's a cover of Christmas Wrapping with Iggy Pop. There's a version of Yazoo's Only You with James Corden. And then it kind of moves on to new material. And when an album's highlight is a song that's penned by Chris Martin of Coldplay and delivered in the style of previous songs penned by Chris Martin, you kind of wonder, where's the merriness in this particular Christmas? Anyway, love you, Kylie, but this one, it's kind of a hard listen. They should have put this on red vinyl, and they didn't, but everything's on colored vinyl now, but when it makes sense to, they don't. Weird, right? Okay, this is it. This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava. And this is on their own KGLW label, through Virgin Music. So over 7 days, King Gizzard recorded hours of jams for their 21st studio album, Ice, Death, Planets, Lungs, Mushrooms, and Lava. So the real joy in this album is found in the shared musical language that's exhibited across its 7 tracks. Like instrumentals fold into each other, and each player seems to really relish the chance to explore these sonic spaces with real total abandon. And so together, these might not be King Gizzard's tightest or most immediately memorable pieces of songcraft, but their creativity and kinship, it's on full display here, which is ultimately what this band has always been about in the first place. And that and reminding us of impending heat death. But this is a 2 LP set. It's pressed on 180-gram recycled black wax, and it's housed in this outer card jacket in place of shrink wrap. In this case, it's still in outer plastic, just because shelfware, you want things to be nice for when people buy it. But here it is. It's for you. It's here. And this is Bill Evans at Town Hall Volume 1. This is through Verve Import. This LP is a superior effort by Bill Evans and his trio in early 1966. The last recording by longtime bassist Chuck Israels, who had joined the trio in 1962 with Evans, the tastefully supportive drummer Arnold Weiss, completes the group. This live set features the group's mostly performing lyrical and thoughtful standards. The highlights are I Should Care, Who Can I Turn To, and My Foolish Heart. The most memorable piece, however, is the 13.5-minute solo in memory of his father. It's an extensive, unaccompanied exploration by Evans that partly uses a theme that became Turn Out the Stars. And, from what I understand, his father had passed only 3 days prior to this. So, there's a lot of heavy emotion surrounding it. But, it's part of this audiophile vinyl reissues from the world's greatest jazz labels, and it's mastered from the original analog tapes by top mastering engineers. It's manufactured at Quality Record Pressings on 180-gram vinyl, and it's got the tip-on gatefold sleeve printed on high-grade board. So, that's the old style, how they used to do it, tip-on. It's, I guess it's on the inside. It's going to show you better. But anyway, great stuff. All right, this is the new Billy Strings, and this is called Me and Dad, and it's on the Rounder label. So he says that as long as he can remember, he wanted to make a record with his dad. The dream to make a proper studio album here is finally realized. It's a collection of 14 classics that Billy and his dad, Terry Barber, they kind of know these songs like the back of their hands, and the music that made Billy the musician and the human he is today. So the album represents a lifelong goal finally achieved and a way for the Grammy-winning musician to honor the man who taught him how to play guitar. So it's on 180 gram. There are like 4 variants of this one, and you can get it on black vinyl, what they call egg drop, clear smoke, or black smoke. So this one that has like no sticker, that's the black vinyl there. Then the indie exclusive, this one here tells you that it's egg drop vinyl. And it's kind of this sort of, I don't know. It's kind of there, that color there sort of looks like egg drop soup, I guess you could say, if you know your Chinese food. The other one here this is the clear smoke edition, and that just sort of looks like this. It's a little marbled, and I am trying to keep that in focus for you while bringing it up so you can see the actual color. And then this one is what they are calling the black smoke edition. So you got those 4 variants to choose from. And okay, so next up, this is like real interesting. This is Neil Young and Crazy Horse, and this is world record, and it's on the Reprise label, and it's the 42nd studio album by the Canadian-American singer-songwriter Neil Young, and his 15th with Crazy Horse. So it was produced with Rick Rubin, features 9 new songs written in 2021. World Record is an album built of unlikely combinations and somehow make it work. Rick Rubin's kind of muscular and often barnstorming production style really lends itself unexpectedly well to the kind of off-the-cuff recording method, pushing Neil Young's vocals to the front of the mixes, but making lots of space for the songs to breathe. So instead of the ragged rockin' Neil Young and Crazy Horse that listeners might be expecting from pretty much any of their past eras, the performances here, they're often gentle and marked with expanded instrumentation. But World Record rocks out a little bit, and though jamming through the stompy, distorted blues on The World is in trouble now, and the pairing an oddly pleasant mix of air organ chords and blasts of psychedelic guitar tones on the Wonder Won't Wait, there is a song called Chevrolet, and it's a 15-minute full-powered rager, and one of the only songs on the album whose lyrics aren't focused on environmental themes. It's again on a record primarily concerned with preserving the Earth's fragile ecosystems, this kind of mind-bending epic rocker about how cool a car is. It really shouldn't make sense, but like many of the other weird combinations on World Record, it absolutely does. And you can hear somebody yell, "That was fun," off mic as the song ends. And that is the spirit of fun and togetherness. It carries even the heaviest moments on the record, making it another valuable example of the unique magic Neil Young and Crazy Horse keep tapping into even so many years on. And I believe this one has 10 songs on 2 LPs. It includes a 12-page lyric booklet, and I believe that's just straight up black vinyl too. All right, this is Dolly Parton. This is called Diamonds and Rhinestones. It's the greatest hits collection. This is on Legacy Recordings. So it's a career-spanning cross-label anthology featuring 23 essential recordings from 1971 through 2020, and for the first time on one album. So Diamonds and Rhinestones, the greatest hits collection. It includes liner notes penned by Robert K. Orman, who collaborated with Dolly on her 2020 autobiography, Dolly Parton, Songteller. My Life in Lyrics. So the gems on Diamonds and Rhinestones include Dolly's performances with Kenny Rogers, Islands in the Stream, and Real Love, Loretta Lynn and Tammy Wynette, Silver Threads and Golden Needles from Honky Tonk Angels, and Faith, her very delightfully surprising 2020 collaboration with the Swedish electropop dance duo Galantis. So that's over 2 LPs, if I didn't tell you that before. So nice. Sorry about the motorcycles in the background. It's every single time I turn on this camera, they start. It's like they know. All right, this is Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast, and on Sanctuary Records, this is the new 2022 deluxe 3 LP version. So on this vinyl release, we get the chance to put out Total Eclipse in its rightful spot on the album for the first time, says founding bassist Steve Harris. And the reason it didn't make it in the first place was that it was all a mad rush when we were finishing the record, and we had to get Run to the Hills as a single out before the tour. So because of that, Total Eclipse was left off the original album and instead made the B-side to the single Run to the Hills. So the song Gangland would make it on the album instead. So released in 1982, The Number of the Beast marked Iron Maiden's first album with the frontman Bruce Dickinson, and the LP was a critical and commercial success, reaching platinum sales and cementing Iron Maiden as one of metal's greatest acts. And the new reissue is released as a 3 LP set here, and it includes the original album with Total Eclipse reinserted, as well as Beast over Hammersmith, a live album recorded live just days before the original release of The Number of the Beast. So all there for you in this deluxe package now on triple heavyweight vinyl. All right, this is Sweet Trip, and this is Seen Unseen through Darla Records. And it's a farewell compilation by Sweet Trip, they're mainly known in regions of like psychedelic, indie, electronica, dream pop, shoegaze, IDM, and glitches, but most of these are really good songs, although you can kind of feel it doesn't really have a concept. It's just a collection. It's around 2.5 hours long, and it's made up of all rarities, demos, B-sides, and unreleased recordings and live songs, and just their farewell as they part ways. This is Bad, Bad, Not Good 4, and the label is RHR Cat. This is the 4th full-length release from the Canadian jazz group, originally released in 2016. It features a guest appearance from Future Islands' Samuel T. Herring, the singer from Future Islands. Anyway, they blend numerous influences and don't conform to any traditions. More than anything, their music is exuberant and it's immensely enjoyable. 4 marks the refinement of Bad, Bad, Not Good, their sound, and they kind of rein in their jam band impulses here, but as ever, they fill to the brim with gorgeous melodies and impressive digressions. So this is part of the 10 Bands, One Cause program supporting breast cancer awareness. So it's on pink vinyl. I believe that was these 10 Bands, One Cause. They were all supposed to come out in October, but anyway, here it is. It's arriving now in November, but that's cool. You can still get it. Okay, this is The Prodigy, The Fat of the Land, and this is through XL Recordings, and one of the most iconic albums of the 90s. Prodigy's Fat of the Land took rave music kicking and screaming into uncharted territories. The band's Keith Flint, Liam Howlett, and Maxim, they're all modern-day rock stars. They're revered on festival stages and club sound systems alike, and this marks the 25th anniversary of Fat of the Land this year with a sold-out UK tour and this special edition silver vinyl. Okay, this is a reissue. of Queen, A Kind of Magic through Hollywood Records. And it's a reissue of Queen's 12th studio album using the 2011 masters and pressed on 180-gram vinyl, originally released in 1986. It spent 63 weeks on the UK albums chart as they embarked on the biggest stadium tour of their to-date careers, and it featured the Live Aid-inspired anthem One Vision and the title track single A Kind of Magic, which peaked at number 3 on the UK chart. That's all here. All right, this is the original soundtrack, or, Whitney Houston, the Bodyguard soundtrack on Legacy Recordings. So Whitney Houston co-executive produced and recorded 6 songs for the soundtrack to The Bodyguard. It was her feature film acting debut, and the album became the best-selling soundtrack of all time, with more than 45 million copies sold worldwide. I Will Always Love You, the first single from the film, is the biggest selling single by female artist in history and stayed at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for a record-breaking 14 weeks. Some of you might already know, but those of you that don't, I Will Always Love You was written by Dolly Parton, and Whitney had the big success with it. So the movie co-starred actor and Oscar-winning director Kevin Costner, and was the second highest grossing film of 1992 at more than 410 million. The soundtrack earned Whitney 3 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year and Record of the Year, and swept numerous other awards shows. So this has not been available for a while. I'm not sure when the last time it was in print, but this is really nice that this is back. Another one, they probably could have gone colored vinyl, but they didn't. That's okay. Okay, this is really cool. This is Michael Kamen, Iron Giant soundtrack, and this is through Varese Sarabande. It's a deluxe edition. It's The Iron Giant is a modern animation classic with a beautiful sympathetic score by Michael Kamen. So this deluxe edition 2 LP set expands the program to 64 minutes of score with alternates and rare demos, including an unrealized song called Souls Don't Die. And it's based on Kamen's theme performed with Eric Clapton. The package here it's a marvel. It's got this pull tab opening where you pull the tab and the robot's eyes, the die-cut eyes on the front jacket change depending on which inner sleeve is behind the cover. So you can take out the inner sleeve and switch it around, and like I said, you use the pull tab to open the eyes, and they go in normal or defense mode. So you can see on the label here, it's showing you what those two things look like. But really, really nice packaging, and yeah, it's just really cool. I think down here is maybe where the pull tab thing is. I'm not sure because I wasn't going to mess with it. But really great packaging idea, really cool. Okay, guys, so that's the small little stack here. I'm going to post the list down below for you, which is going to be like the full list. And like I said, there's many things on there that we won't have looked at here in this pile. I just thought I wanted to get on and show you something just so you'd have an idea of a few things. But yeah, peruse the list at your leisure, and it will all be alphabetized for you with prices, and you can see what's going on there. So again, I'm hoping we can get a little video in the middle of the week to just kind of run through a couple of exciting Black Friday titles that are coming up next week. And yeah, everybody, after you enjoy your Thanksgiving, but anyway, I'll try to jump on and give you a little sneak peek of those next Wednesday or something, okay? So thanks for hanging in there. I'm sorry everything's been so disjointed for the past couple of weeks, but it will right itself. So y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.